Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today in one of our series of webinars that we host with our valued partners. Today, we're speaking with Casper from Tasklet Factory, and we'll be hearing all about how their user-friendly barcode scanning solution is used by a number of our clients and people in other sectors. So just to begin with some housekeeping, I'll be keeping an eye on the chat and the question box. So if you do have any questions throughout the session, I'll ask them as we go along. Casper, I hope you're happy to be interrupted if we do get some questions.
Definitely.
At the end of the webinar, we'll let you know, we'll be sending a link out so you can rewatch the recording, and it'll be up on the website in a few days' time so you can watch it on demand. So just to give you an introduction, my name is Danusha Jolliffe and I'm the marketing manager here at T-Vision Technology. I look after all kinds of things to do with the website, PR, case studies, and also any webinars that we host with consultants here at T-Vision and also external third-party partners. So just to introduce Casper to you briefly, in the past he completed his MSc in International Business Economics. He also spent 6 years as a head of analysis and being a project manager in the media industry. He's also spent 2 years as a consultant in headhunting, but now works commercially with the business management software known as Tasklet Factory. So, Casper, over to you.
Thank you so much, Danusha. Thank you to the whole T-Vision team for letting me join in today's webinar. Really looking forward to it. The agenda today, just a few slides on who we are at Tasklet, a little bit about the warehousing pain points that has been driving the development of our solution. Then we dig into the values and the benefits of using Tasklet Mobile WMS, and the big thing here is the Tasklet Mobile WMS demo, where we'll look at all the functionality, a lot of the functionality that you get, and hopefully you'll ask some questions along the way. Tasklet Factory, we have this one core product called Mobile WMS. It's a data collection tool for your ERP systems, Microsoft Dynamics ERP systems, NAV, Business Central, AX, or supply chain management. You use a barcode scanner like this and our software. And by using that, you get a really user-friendly way of collecting all your data, all your warehousing data, and putting them really easy into the ERP system. We were founded back in 2008 by Peter List. Peter is still very much involved in Tasklet Factory, both strategically and also operationally. He saw a hole in the market for this mobile solution for warehousing, and has been developing this very, very user-friendly solution in a user-centric way all the way through. And at this point, we work through a global partner network of Microsoft certified partners, T-Vision being a great partner of ours, so please reach out to them if you see anything today that's interesting and maybe you need a personalized demo or something like that. We are constantly gaining momentum, and at this point we are more than 1,000 customers in 36 countries using our solution, and that's in a wide range of industries as well. We also are official dealer of MIA robots, doing the internal logistics around the globe. We have offices here in Denmark, where I'm situated, and also an office in Tampa, Florida. We're a little bit more than 40 people at this point, and we want to be a one-stop shop for clients. So we also sell these devices, these barcode scanners that you need in order to use the solution. And this is just a little bit about the processes that you can handle using our solution. Everything from receiving items from a vendor or supplier to putting them away on bins, internal bins in your warehouse, to moving them around the items, to using them, consuming them, registering time when you assemble or manufacture, and of course for picking for sales orders or transfer orders or any document you might use. We also support pack and ship and integrates directly with any transportation that you need. You're able to do counts, you're able to do moves, locate items, different lookup functions. You're able to print labels, barcodes from the scanner, from the handheld device. You're able to track lot numbers and the serial number tracked items as well. We have some outbound license plates that we introduced recently, a real game changer. And of course, we support different units of measure as well. And these are some of the pain points that we hear in the industries and the businesses at our clients that our solution really eases. Most of you know that when you work with warehousing today, many of you uses pen and paper, heavy manual processes with no control. Maybe you need to move from a bin, from a pallet, type something down, put it back into your ERP system on a PC. This also means that your data can be very inaccurate. Maybe the data from the paper is not correct. Maybe it's still in people's heads, and you have to type them into the ERP system, and they are delayed. Also, a lot of companies, they experience a very unstable workforce. Maybe and COVID-19 didn't make that easier. And all this stuff, all these pain points means that in warehouses around the globe, there's a lot of misplaced items, a lot of ineffective picking going on, meaning that you do wrong shipments, the wrong items are shipped to maybe the wrong clients. This is really hitting customer and stakeholder satisfaction hard. You also have a poor basis for decision if your warehouse, if your stock counts are wrong, if your data accuracy is not in place, and this causes supply chain delays all the way through. And these are the pain points that we really take departure in our solution. About our solution, the value props that the value that we really want to bring is that we have provided this very, very user-friendly solution. In a minute, you'll see how you are guided to do the actions that you need to do in the warehouse. You can basically put a scanner like this in the hands of some person that you just bring in from the street, and they'll be able to almost do the actions that you need them to do. The app itself is built in Android OS, so it's very similar to what we have in our pockets. The phones we have in our pockets, it's a really great OS, and our solution can be installed in only 2 days if your warehousing processes is in place. We use 1 day at Tasklet Factory to push the software out on the devices, and your partner T-Vision will use the other day to install it in your NAV or BC. It's really easy to customize if you have some processes that's not standard, but we always recommend to go as standard as possible in the beginning, because you really get a lot out of the box in our solution. And also we have this online-offline functionality, which is a real game changer, meaning that you don't have to be on Wi-Fi in order to do your posting, do your registrations. What you do is that you download the orders that you have to finish to the device, and you can go do your registrations, and you can just post them when you're back online if you went offline or if your Wi-Fi was failing you. Yeah, and so bringing in the digitalization to a warehouse means that you can add some guidance and some control for warehouse workers. They know exactly what to do, which items to move, where to move them to. It also adds control, as you need to scan some barcodes with this. It simplifies the processes. They don't have to know a lot about the ERP system. The workers, they only have to work with the essential stuff. It replaces pen and paper, and it reduces the redundant processes. Yeah.
Sorry, there was just a question come in saying, what happens when the barcodes get changed? How hard or easy is it to sort that out?
It's really easy. You can do an item cross reference, where you simply just if you receive an item, you can and it's not recognized, then you simply just make a cross reference to the new barcode to the item card back in your ERP system, and then it's recognized and you can receive it, for example. Okay. So that's really easy. And the benefits, overall benefits from using Mobile WMS from Tasklet is what we hear from our clients is that it really reduces the number of errors, the numbers of misplacements or wrong shipments or picks. It also makes the employees much more efficient. You can do more with the same workforce, reduces warehouse costs, and of course it's really important that it improves the satisfaction of your customers or your stakeholders, that they get the stuff that they need in time and the right things, the right items. It also improves inventory accuracy. You can upload data real time to your ERP system. A little bit about the technology, just very quick. Yeah, as I said already, we integrate with all the Microsoft Dynamics ERP systems. This is the solution. The app, it's running on Android Enterprise, as we talked about before, and the application itself is written. It's a .NET application written in C#, running on communicating via web services, just meaning that it's very fast and smooth transaction of data happening. And then we have this device management system, SOTI Mobile Control, which makes it possible for us, for you as a client, and for a partner to remotely access any device for support, for example, for testing. A really cool software that I'll be using in a minute when I'm doing the demo. So yeah, that's really good. And yeah, we have some customer quotes. We have some references in their website, so please go have a look if that interests you. And at this point, I think I'll just jump into the demo and show you some of the functionalities that we have, just to let you get the look and feel of the solution.
Great.
So this is the SOTI Mobile Control here, and this is where I just simply go and remote control my device. And it pops up in another window here. I just need to bring it up. Let me see, it's here. And here is my device. And on the other screen, I have some barcodes. I have some items with the barcodes. I have some bins that we'll be using just for this the sake of this demo. The first thing you need to do is to log in. So you can either just hit login and log in with your credentials, but you can actually also scan an ID card with a barcode if you prefer that. So that's really easy to do, and I'll be doing that, just scanning my ID card, and I'm brought into this interface. And as you can see here, I have every functionality here available on my screen. But you can actually limit access to functionalities if you have some workers who do not need access for everything. Could be that not everyone is supposed to be moving stuff around, so you can limit that, but you do that inside BC in AV. And the first thing we'll start off doing is showing a receive. So what I'll do here is that I will hit receive, and I'm showed a list of all the receive orders that I have. It can be a PO, directly on a PO, or a receive document. It could be a sales return or a transfer. And in this case, as you can see here, I have 9 receive orders. This could be 100 or 400. So for this reason, we have created a filter. If you hit this filter up in the upper right corner, you can see that you're able to filter on location, on expected receiving date, PO number, or even if any order is assigned directly to me. But we also have this other opportunity that you can actually just take an item from the pallet or the box in front of you and scan it. And in this case, I'll just try to scan this chocolate from a pallet in front of me, orange chocolate, and it automatically filters down to the 2 orders containing that item. And now it's really easy for me to see which order to work on, but I'm also able to take another item and try to scan that. I'll scan the pistachio one, and it should be bringing me directly into that order. Let me see here. Okay, we have an order that's locked, London Postmaster order, and we release it. And now I'm directly into that order. And here you can see what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to receive 10 of these orange chocolates, 15 of the Marabou pistachios, and so on. This is really easy for me as a receiver to see what I need to do. So what I'll do now is I'll simply just scan the Marabou orange, and I'm told here to validate how many I'm receiving. And I can hit the green check mark, and now that has been received. And as you can see here, it changed from blue to green, meaning the blue ones are the order lines that I haven't started on working on, and the green ones are done. And so I will try to receive some Marabou pistachio as well. And it says here that I'm supposed to receive 15, but let's say I can only find 10. So I'll just simply hit 10 instead. And now, as you can see, it's no longer blue, it's not green, it's orange, and that's because it's only partly done. And also, and maybe this is very relevant for T-Vision and Bevica customers, we also support lot number tracking. This pocket peppermint tea that we have here is lot number tracked, and I'll just scan the tea, and I'm told here to put in the expiration date, and I can validate the one that's on it, or I can put in a new one. And if I take a step further, I'm asked here to scan the lot number. And in this case, we have a lot number down here that I'll be scanning. And let's say that I'm receiving 10 with that lot number. And then it says here that I still need to receive 5. And let's say those 5 have they have this barcode, this GS1 data matrix barcode, and I'll just scan that. And as you can see here, we skipped a few steps, went directly into validating the quantity, and that's because the data of the lot number and the expiration date was already in the barcode. So that's really clever, and now that has been done. And I just want to show you real quick here. These are shortcuts that you can customize for your own on your own devices. But we have a shortcut here where you can look at registrations, and I can see what I did on this line. I received 10 with this lot number and 5 with the other lot number. So it's always tracked. Yeah, and let's say that now I found the last 5 of the Marabou pistachios, and I simply just scan one of them, and validate that I found them. And just a really fast look at serial tracked items. These are the golf balls at the bottom. I'll scan a box, and then I have to scan the serial numbers. They are serial number tracked. So I'll scan the first serial number, I'll scan the second one, and then I need to scan the third one. But let's say I, by a mistake, scan the first one again, then the device tells me I cannot do that. So this is what I mean by you're always guided, you always have control on your actions in the warehouse, really reducing the number of errors that you make. So now this is all done. I'm asked if I want to post the order, and yes, I do. And you're able to have a step where you confirm with a delivery note number or a signature or anything like that. I just scan a delivery note number, and this is done. So that was for receiving. The next thing we need to do is to do a put away. When you've received your orders, then you can do a receive and put away in one step if that's how you do it in your business. But I'll go into put aways here, right here, hit that, and I can see I have 3 put away orders here. I know that the order put away order number 11 is the one that we just received. So as a warehouse worker, I'm able to see here which bin I need to put the items away on. So that's really good for me. I need to put 10 Marabou oranges away on this bin. And as we can see here that the pocket peppermint, they were in one line when we received them, but now they're in 2 because they were registered in different lot numbers. So I'll start to put away. I will take my items, move to the bin I'm told to go to, and I'll just scan the orange chocolate. And I did that by scanning the item, and then I'll just scan the bin where I'm placing it, enter the quantity, and now it's been placed. And this is when I post it is updated directly in your ERP system. Now I need to put away some Marabou pistachios, and I'm moving to the bin W030001, and I need to go to that bin. I'll scan the Marabou pistachio, scan the bin where I'm placing it, and I'll let me say there's only room for 10 here, so I'll put in 10, and then I still need to put 5 away somewhere else maybe. So I'll scan an item again, and I can see with my eyes that there's room on the bin next to it. And I'll just scan that bin, and I'm told here, okay, this is not what we expected. Do you still want to do it? And I confirm. And now they've been put away to 2 different bins, and I can see that if I go down to registrations here, I put away 10 on this bin and put away 5 on that bin. So that's really the flexible part of this solution as well. You are guided, your actions are controlled, but you're also able to take action if you need to as a worker. And let me just show you also that this also works for the T, as we are some of the T-Vision clients are working with the items that need to be tracked. So here I just scanned the item, and I'm told to scan the bin where I'm going to place it, and then I have to verify also that this is the right item. So I'll scan the lot number as well, and now this is tracked and ready to go. And for this demo's sake, I'll just do a post right now. Maybe I'm calling to a very important meeting or something like that, and I'm posting this. And as you can see, the order is updated with the lines that I finished, and the lines that I haven't finished, they're still open for me to work on later on. So that was put away. Now let's move on to do a pick. A pick is very, very important in any warehouse. You can see here we have the 3 pick orders here. They are pushed out to the device. They can be for sales orders or sales return orders or for transfer orders or whatever, whichever document you use. I'll hit the pick order 6 here, and I can see here that I have to pick. This is the item number, and this is how many I need to pick. Oh, this is the item number, and this is the bin where I'm going to pick them from. So I'm moving to that bin, scanning the bin or the item first, scanning here, it's Marabou Pistachio, scanning the item, scanning the bin, and I'm supposed to pick all 5, and I've done that. So that's really easy, and I'm guided exactly to see what I need to pick and where. And let's say for the Pocket Peppermint Tea, I'm also told exactly where to go, but let's and I'll scan a bin. But let's say I accidentally scan something wrong here on the item. Let's say I scan something wrong here. I'm told here this was the wrong item that I was scanning, so I cannot pick a wrong item. This has to be validated by the barcode. So let me just scan the right one here, scan the bin where I'm taking it from and the lot number, and now that's been picked. So that was picking, yeah?
So I've just had a question saying, how does the scanner register the lot number? Is it text recognition?
It's a barcode, but if it's the lot number is data within the barcoding, the barcodes that you set up, maybe your supplier set them up, or you can type them in manually if you don't have a barcode for it. If they're on the item, you can just type them in using the keyboard on the device. So yeah, the scanner technology makes it really easy to recognize from the barcodes, obviously, but otherwise you can just type them in.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they will be put back into the ERP system. You're very welcome. So that was picking. We also have functionalities for counting and moving. Counting is of course very, very essential when working with warehousing, and we have a lot of clients who really optimize their warehouse by going away from pen and paper, digitalizing this, saving a lot of time. So if I go into count here, I can see the count order generated from the ERP system, from Business Central and Nav. And this can be the yearly count or the count that you do every 6 months or every month. It can be automatically generated and pushed out to the device. Now just go into this order, and I can see here as a warehouse worker exactly what I need to count. I need to go to this bin. I need to count this item, and there's even an image of it and like an explanation, a description. And here it says 0. This is a blind count, but you can also, if you choose to, have like the expected quantity there. We always recommend it to be a blind count for accuracy. So what I do now as a warehouse worker is that I move to the bin where I need to count the item, and this is the bin. I'll just scan that bin, the barcode, and then I scan the item that I'm counting, and then I'm simply just this was the bin, and then I simply just put in the quantity that I found. And now that has been counted. And this is very important to say that this is the planned count order. This is put back into a journal for the warehouse manager or the manager to see, so he or she can send it back if the result is not what they wanted it to be. They can check with the earlier counts to see if something's wrong. They can send it back to the device before it's updated in the back end, in the ERP system. And we just post this. And now that's been counted, as you can see that these lines are still open for counting. You're also able to do unplanned counts when you're online, and an unplanned count is something that actually happens a lot of places. And in doing so, I really want to show you the locate item functionality. This one. This gives you an overview of where in your warehouse your items are. So let's hit locate item. And then I'll just go and scan these Marabou orange chocolates that we have been talking so much about. I'll scan them, and I get an overview here. Here we have, I'm told here that we have 60 physically in the warehouse on this bin, and we have 1 here physically on that bin, but it says 0 here because that item, that specific item, is reserved for a sales order, for example, reserved for something else, so I'm not able to do anything about it. But I can go to this bin here, and then we have a shortcut, and you can make these shortcuts as you like. And I'm able here to do an unplanned count. And I'll just hit that and scan the item that I want to count and the bin where I want to count it. And then I can put in how many I actually found. And let's say it's expected to be 60, but I found 59. And I'll just put that in. And if we go back to locate item, you can see it's directly updated. So now this is the exact quantity that your ERP system believes that's on that bin of this item. So that's really clever. And it's very important to say there's no control here. It's updated directly, but of course it's locked. But if you, for example, if you need some workers not to have access to this functionality, that can easily be changed in the backend. So yeah, really easy to do. We also have adjust quantity, where you're able to put on a recent code. For example, if you had to do a negative adjustment of 2 chocolates on a bin, I'll scan the bin, I'll scan the item. I'll say, okay, we need to remove 2, and then you can put in a recent code. And in this case, let's just say for this demo sake that it's eaten. And now if we go back to locate item once again and scan the Marabou oranges, you can see we are down to 57 on that bin. So that was counting. And let's go to moves. We also have some moves that we can do. I want to go into move here, and I can see there's a move order generated from the ERP system. And I'm told here exactly what to do and what to move. And here I just want to show you I can do this without having any barcodes, or just by typing into the device here. I just tap this line here. I'm told to move this item from this bin to that bin. So I'll go there, I'll tap in here, I'll just validate the bin that I'm actually working on. Here I'll scan the barcode, but in case I don't have a barcode, I'll just validate it with my finger, type in the right one, or just accept the one that the system shows me, and also the quantity. And now these items are ready to be moved. But before going to put them away in the new position, I want to take these manuals with me. So that's the same procedure. I'll take my trolley, validate the bin I'm taking the stuff from, the quantity, and now I'm ready to go put them away. So I'll hit this line again, go to the bin where I'm supposed to put them, validate the bin, the quantity, the same thing with the manuals, go there, validate the bin, the quantity, and now that stuff has been moved and the order is completed, posted directly into your backend. You're also able to do an unplanned move. Maybe you have a knowledge of something particular happening in your warehouse, something waiting. So what we want to do here is scan the bin here, bin content. We can see bin content lookup, and we'll just scan a bin, and we can see the content again of this particular bin. And we can do an unplanned move, moving 2 items away from that particular bin, scanning the bin and how many we want to move, and scanning the bin that we want to move it to. And now if we go back, you can see we are down to 55 on this particular bin. And if we scan the bin next to it, the bin that we moved it to, you can see that there are now 2 Marabou oranges on the bin next to it. Finally, you're also able to do a bulk move. If you want to move all the items from one bin to another bin, we can go once again back to bin content, and we can scan these 2 bins. We have been working a lot on these 2 bins. I'll scan the bin 0002 and see, okay, I have 55 of the orange chocolate and 5 of the Marabou pistachio. And on the bin next to it, I have 2 Marabou oranges and 105 Marabou pistachios. So now I want to move everything from this bin to the other bin. And I'll hit the bulk move here, scan the bin that I want to move all the items from, scan the bin where I want to move them to, and now that's done. This bin is empty, the 0001 bin is empty, but if I scan this bin next to it, it has all the items on it.
Casper, just had another question saying, is there a minimum number of scanners or a maximum number that is useful to work on one particular site?
No, the solution is highly scalable. You can have 1 scanner, you can have up to 1,000 scanners or more if you need to. So it's highly scalable, really easy to enroll new devices. You can easily start off by 1 and easily add new devices on as you need it.
Thank you.
So this was the basic functionalities that I actually want to show you. As you can see here, we have this item cross-reference. We got a question in the beginning. Where you're able to just do an item cross-reference. This is very important in the receiving scenario. For example, we have this Walker Holland here, a receive order where I'm supposed to receive 120 loudspeakers. And let's say that I try to scan it and it says, okay, this is not the right barcode. I simply just do an add cross-reference here, scan the barcode that's actually on the item. Now the reference has been made, and then I go and do my receive, scan the barcode again, and it's recognized. And now that order has been received. So that's really clever. I can put in a delivery note number. Yeah, so that was the basic functionalities, and as you can see here, we also have functionality for production where you're able to put in the items that you consume, the time spent. You can see that we also have it for assembly. We have print functionality where you're able to print labels and documents if you need them directly from the data collection device, from the scanner device. We have tote shipping where you pick for several orders at the time. You can register item image, and you can even also take a photo of an order line if you need to attach an order to BC. Yeah, and just the final thing I want to show you is that if you do a pick, for example, you're not interested in anyone else working on the same order at the same time. So if you see where my cursor is, there'll be a little lock symbol right there, and that lock symbol means that this order is now locked to me, so no one else can go work on the same order. That's also really reducing mistakes in the warehouse. But if I have a huge order that I need to share with my colleagues, I can always go and hit release of that order, and now we can work on it both at the same time. So Danusha, this was pretty much the basics and what I wanted to show you today.
Great, thank you. I haven't had any more questions come in just now. So I think that's all we've had so far. So are there any more slides, or have we finished now?
Oh, let's see. I think the slides that we still need here is the thank you slides. Thank you for joining, and yeah, please reach out to T-Vision. If you need
thank you so much for joining. If you need any more information, I can pass you Casper's details directly. This webinar will be available on demand in the next few days. It will be posted on the website. And if you do have any other questions, then do email us, marketing@tvisiontech.co.uk. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you very much, Casper.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.